doubts about it. So going back to the point system, I would like to talk a bit more about that. I don't think if I'm going into a real match against a tough judo player or tough wrestling fighter or a tough striker, kickboxer or a boxer, I will be able to beat this guy scoring points.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we see nowadays some well-accomplished jiu-jitsu players losing their matches against other martial artists from other styles. Because they used to win world championships and to win Brazilian nationals and stuff like that, winning by points.
Yeah.
But they're forgetting that the main goal of our art is to finish.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't mind losing a match trying to kill, trying to go for a kill, and trying to finish the fight. Obviously I like winning and I hate losing. That's probably what made me a champion. But I don't like winning when I can't finish or when I can't get close to the finish. Today the level is so even that it's really hard to finish someone in a tournament, in a championship like the World Championships or like Naga. Everyone is top level.
Yeah.
However, that's the essence of our art, the source of our art, is the submission. It's the ultimate goal. I can't get away of that, because getting away of that, I will be neglecting everything that seed that my master's father planted when he first spread jiu-jitsu in Brazil.
You've been on a 5-year sabbatical from the fight game. How's the game changed since you've been gone?
Well, first of all, I would like to talk, what was this sabbatical 5 years?
Yeah, please.
I was in Europe, spreading jiu-jitsu in the old continent. I was asked by Master Carlos to go over there and to really show to the Europeans what Gracie Barra is. There are other people well qualified working in that particular part of the world, but it's because Brazil is so close to the United States. Most of the instructors they're over here now. So during these 5 years, I neglect a bit my fighting career, and I dedicate myself to my students, not only there but in Brazil as well. I was going back and forth, and we well spread jiu-jitsu in Scandinavia, Sweden, Finland, where I have a black belt in Sweden, Nicholas Gustafsson, I have a brown belt in Finland, Juga Lemola, and in these places, in Finland we have 3 schools, in Sweden we have 5, in UK where I was based permanently we have 3 schools. And basically during these 5 years, I looked to myself as it was a transition time for me from the fighter to the teacher, from the fighter to the master. So I went back to my foundations again, and I was going deeper on what my master taught me, what I learned from Gracie Barra. Really, that was my time to give that back to people. You know, I sharpened a lot my teaching skills, which is an entirely different thing than prepare yourself for a competition. I always say, David, it's easier to become a champion than to become a great teacher. I would say I can count with my both hands the great teachers around the world. There are not many, you know. And I put loads of effort on becoming a good teacher.
Well, and truly, to learn under Carlos Gracie Jr., I mean, I guarantee he would be on everybody's hands when counting great jiu-jitsu teachers.
Yeah, absolutely. So coming back to the competition game, I just, after 4 years away from competitions, I had the opportunity to jump in the greatest jiu-jitsu competition, I believe in history, which was the BIS World Championships of 2009. And I moved one weight category up, and I won 2 matches. I lost on my third one. I advanced to the quarterfinals, so I was ranked top 8. And what I noticed, jiu-jitsu really evolving and fast. Because 10, 15 years ago, in my weight category, you'd have 2, maybe 3 really good guys. And these would be the guys that would get first, second, and third place. Right now it's different, baby. Right now, everyone, it's so good. You know, there is a high level in terms of skills among all the players. However, which frustrates me a bit this year, I seen more and more people playing the rules, less and less people playing jiu-jitsu.
What do you mean by that? Playing the rules as opposed to real jiu-jitsu?
I mean, I seen many guys stalling fights, trying to win by points, when really, that's not what my master intended to do with jiu-jitsu. It's not what his father intended to do with jiu-jitsu. This old school jiu-jitsu, the jiu-jitsu that the Gracies they first taught, it's have a main goal, like I told you before, which is the submission.
Yes.
That's the jiu-jitsu. They're going to beat a wrestler, they're gonna beat a judo player, they're gonna beat a karate, a Muay Thai, a boxer. I won't beat anyone playing rules. I will beat someone if my goal is to match martial arts, martial arts against each other. I'm gonna beat someone by submission, no other way.
Yeah, and really, because when you talk about a martial art, there is no such thing in the real world as points. It's either you have been successful on the battlefield or you have not, and there are no points.
Exactly. That's and that's why nowadays jiu-jitsu it's on the army curriculum.
Yeah.
So all the soldiers they learn a version. It's Brazilian jiu-jitsu, but on their own uniforms, and it's called modern army combatives. Because it's the most effective martial arts system in the battlefield. And not only that, it's not only that you learn how to disable someone, but also the mental jiu-jitsu helps you to be more confident under pressure.
Yeah.
You know, because that's what you face every day during your training.
No doubt. You know, it's interesting.